What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Appreciate your guys' support. I'm almost at that 1,000 subscribers. It's ridiculous. This should have been accomplished many years ago. I don't have any consistency in my videos, which is one of the number one rules to making YouTube videos is be consistent. Unfortunately, I can't get consistent fishing in because I do work full time. Thankfully, I am still employed. Corona hasn't taken out our business completely yet, but actually have some videos on what I do in the channel. So if you guys get bored one day and you want to see that, go ahead and hit those up. I run an event and catering business, and it's tough right now, to say the least. So I've had a little extra spare time, did a little fishing. We're in a pre-spawn pattern here in Cincinnati, Ohio. So if you're new to the channel, I'm in the Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky area, southeast Indiana. So I fish kind of all three states pretty consistently. And so we're in a pre-spawn pattern. I've done a lot of cranking and did some jigging. And these are just the best catches that I've had over the last couple weeks. So stay tuned. Should be a good episode. Appreciate all the support. Help me get to that 1,000 subscribers. And then remember to hit the bell too. So stay tuned. All right. So I'm out here on Bolts Lake, which is about 45 minutes from my house. Came to a point that I've caught some fish at before, and threw my DT10, which is a Rapala bait. It's the demon color because it kind of resembles a crawl, which you guys can kind of see there. It's kind of an orangish reddish color. Was throwing right against the rocks, and bam, just smoked me. It's like my second cast out there. I was pretty happy with this because I've been in that area and I know I've caught fish there. So the catch fish again just made me kind of reassured that that's a great area to fish. So essentially what I was doing was starting pretty shallow, maybe 3 or 4 feet, and then running that crank in the strike zone for a solid, probably throwing more parallel to it than dragging it out to the deeper water. So my buddy Chris was right there to save the day with the hook. Because I have the fish in my hand, the GoPro, and I also wanted to grab that scale, which you see on the ground, which is another Rapala product, which I've had no luck with. That thing is absolute junk. You can see how clear the water is. It was kind of perfect. It was about 52, 53 degree water temperature. So right in that pre-spawn pattern. If you guys are in the pre-spawn phase too, that's probably a good bait to utilize. A DT10 demon color, kind of resembles crawdad. So I throw this stupid Rapala thing on. I bought it because of that little clip right there. It was all compact. Turn it on and I get zeros. I've tried to zero it out. I've taken it apart. There's just something wrong with this specific one. I don't know if I got a bad one. If you guys got better experience with those things, let me know. I'm probably going to buy the other digital scale that they have. Although I have a $20 one that works perfectly fine, but it doesn't have that clip on there. So either way, let me know. Big old mouth on that guy or girl, I guess I should say. Looks like it was feeding on crawdads right in the rocks, and it's a biggin. It was about 4.5 pounds, I think, is what it ended up being. So anyway, that was Bolts Lake.
Good fish. Real good fish.
All right, time to go back home, baby. Shaq's Outdoor Adventures finally back at it.
Huh?
Shaq's Outdoor Adventures finally back at it. Oh, there he goes, or she goes. So I'm out here on Brookville Lake this time. It's about a 500-acre lake in southeast Indiana. I go here quite often because this is one of the few lakes that I can open up. I am again throwing a DT10 Demon on a point, and or actually this was like right offside of a point, probably about 7 or 8 feet deep, throwing up against the rocks, and had a nice hit, and it ended up being a nice smallie. That lake actually has smallies, largies, striped, hybrid, muskie. So you never know what you're going to kind of pull up. I've caught a nice muskie on that, and I got a video in my channel as well. So if you ever wanted to see that, Good looking smallie. My GoPro on my chest actually crapped out on me in the middle of this, and all I got is the audio of this catch. Did not get any video, but it was probably about 2.5 pounds. I grabbed my net because I was scrambling to figure out what it was, because it was fighting so much different than a largie, because the smallies tend to do that. They fight a little bit stronger, a little bit harder. It's a pretty chilly day, actually, a nice cool breeze, but water temperatures were at 52, 51 degrees. That lake is bigger, so the water is actually going to be a little bit colder than smaller lakes I normally fish. And again, I grabbed that stupid Rapala scale, trying to get this to weigh out, and of course, that scale did not work. So, throwing it up, but yeah, it looks small there next to me, but because I'm 6'4", 225 pounds. But yeah, it was about 2.5 pounds. Overall, pretty good fish. Again, I was happy I'm seeing a pattern within these lakes, that pre-spawn pattern was still on. This thing is so jacked up. I just don't understand. I'm turning it on. Now stop. If you guys are ever out on the water and you get a soggy sandwich and just start munching away and it's just disgusting, it tastes like wet lunch meat. That happens to me all the time. So I decided to get a knockoff of a Jet Boil and then buy these Mountain House meals. They're delicious. They fill you up. They're hot. I would totally suggest doing that versus eating a soggy sandwich. Pack some crackers, all kinds of things, and I just cook it right on the back of the boat. Works out real well. So I got my main man Cash in this video with me. Great day to be outside, minus the wind. You guys can't really see it here, but I'm getting blown all over. That is the problem about having an 18.5-foot boat. It just gets eaten up in the wind. I'm kind of noticing a few things. I'm trying to slow down and fish. I'm throwing a jig here. It's actually a swim jig from Biggins baits. I reached down to turn off my other graph. I don't know if you guys have issues with this, but the hummingbirds, when they're linked, they want to keep switching to the graph screen on the front one. So I turned it off. Cash is kind of looking around. Next thing I know, I'm like, whoa, hold on here. Something hit me. So I start reeling in, and I think turning off that graph actually caused me to slow down, which allowed that fish to bite. I pull it in and I'm like, whoa, holy crap, this is a big one. Right under 5 pounds. I get it on the boat here and I'm just like super shocked. I'm using a crack and crawl trailer. It is the pumpkin, green pumpkin that I dipped in some garlic as well. Now we're seeing Cash go crazy because he's like, what is that? So again, I'm 6'3", so when I hold these fish up in this angle, it's really, really tough to see. And I don't have my chesty on here, which probably is another reason I actually caught a fish. But overall, it was a great, great catch, and I was pretty happy about it. So I decided I was going to turn on my live well and try to keep it, but it was late in the day, and I didn't feel like keeping all the fish and then going and getting them out later. But all together, it was pretty fun. I suggest those Biggins baits. I like that swim jig that they have. I think it was either 1/4 ounce or 3/16. I don't know off the top of my head. But unfortunately, I lost it the next throw. I got it stuck on a rock, and then the boat went over the line and just snapped it right away. I'm using a 7-foot medium heavy Ducket Silverado rod, and then I'm using 12-pound fluoro. Overall, nice fish.
Right up on the shore, too. What's that?
Right up on the rocks. I just got out of here like 5 minutes ago. Don't worry, I paid my time at this lake. Jig. The crow, there it goes. Didn't look like it was spawning though. Well, if you made it this far, then you're actually a fan of mine, which not real sure why, but regardless, I enjoy making the videos. I appreciate all the support that you guys give me. It's fun chatting it up in the comments section. And if you have any recommendations, always let me know. If you ever want to fish with me, just shoot me a DM. I'll be happy to take somebody out whenever they want to go. If they don't have a boat or they're in the area. Also, remember to subscribe to my channel, ring the bell, watch the videos. So close to 1,000. Once you get to 1,000 and once you get to 5,000 hours of watch time, you finally start getting paid. I actually used to get paid before they changed all the denominations of how they actually pay people. So, or requirements, not denominations. But regardless, appreciate all the support. Stay tuned till the next one. Peace.